Okay. What, am I in your space?
No. Hey, YouTube. My name is Coach King.
I'm sure.
And we are bereaved parents who have decided that the journey we're on is something that's going to be important to a lot of people. Unfortunately, we're members of a club that no one wants to be in. We lost our son in February 2017, and hasn't been easy.
No.
No, not at all.
It's been a rough time.
And we're at a point now where we've, kind of gained some information and knowledge about different ways to go about grieving after the loss of a child. Our son wasn't a baby; he was a grown man at 22 years old when he passed away, leaving us with his son, our grandson, his junior, and that has helped. But there are a lot of different ups and downs and like pitfalls and things and struggles that we've been through. That we want to be able to create this space here on YouTube to help individuals and couples that are dealing with this. It's not just for parents. It's for folks that are dealing with all kinds of grief. But we as parents, we know that struggle, unfortunately, all too well, and how it could break you. Yeah. So the channel is going to be about helping you figure out what's coming down the pike. If you're new to it, unfortunately, hopefully, when we always stress, always like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you get alerts on new postings that we put up here on YouTube. This space here, Keep On Living, is really about that. It's about finding a way to keep going, keep living through the struggle. It's never going to be easy. You may get to a point where you can smile like we are and kind of giggle, but you still understand that pain is always going to be there. But there's ways to deal with it that don't cause you to join the statistics. What is it, like 60%? 60%, over 60% of married couples who suffer the loss of a child end up in divorce. And we are fortunate to have been on that brink a couple times. Quite sure my wife will tell you she probably had her bags packed a couple times. I probably said, well, let's go, because you deal with that hurt so much, and it causes you to not know which way is up, kind of, and which way is down at times, and you lose sight of the fact that that person in this struggle with you is the only person you should be leaning on, instead of pushing them away because maybe you feel guilt for whatever reason. But this video here is really about just letting you guys know what to expect from our channel, what we're going to be offering as far as help and helpful advice, taking you on our travels as we get on these planes, trains, and ships, and try to keep on living. We'll be traveling, we'll be going to dinner, we're going to amusement park, things that we like to do. You got to keep doing it, because if not, then what's the reason to still be here? Yeah,
because if you don't do those things, then you lose yourself. Then you just become stagnant. And when you're stagnant, you get physical issues, mental issues, which we've both experienced. So we want to help you not have to go through that. Or even if you are going through that, know that you're not alone in that process or on that journey. But things will get better. I remember somebody told me, oh, things will get better. Another grieving mother told me that. And I didn't believe her. I did not believe her at all. But here we are, almost 9 years later, and we know that things will get better. We know that you will never stop grieving because you will never stop loving your child. So we're not telling you to stop grieving. We're telling you that you can grieve and keep on living.
Yeah, and that's true. And like you said, 9 years, 10 months, and 1 day. You go through it, you keep track of all the pains, the ups and downs. But one thing that we're going to stress to you, and I know I am, because it was something that was a jewel that was dropped on me early on by a good friend of mine. He said, the thing that you got to do, brother, is start counting your good days and your bad days. I kept that since he said that, and I hold on to that because that helps me understand that when I get to from Saturday through to the next Saturday, and I count up those days, and I can honestly say that I've had 6 good days and maybe 1 bad day, and you'll determine what that bad day is. Bad day for you might mean you broke down, not just having to shed a tear. A bad day for you is a day when you can't get out of bed or you don't want to get out of bed. But the good days will be what happens when you're able to not have that emotion that you deem a bad day. Those good days are going to start coming in bunches, especially for those of us that unfortunately are new to it, having just lost someone. It might not feel like it now, but you will get to a point where you'll have more good days than bad. And if you do take solace in that and you do decide that I'm going to count these days up, you'll notice that you're having more good days than bad, and that the pain is still there, but it doesn't dominate you.
Right. And even with those bad days, they don't have to be whole days. I try not to let it get, if I wake up and I feel like, okay, I know something's going on with me mentally or physically this morning, I try not to let it go past a certain time. Right. I don't want to have a whole day. You can always say this is a moment and acknowledge it. I am not having a good day. I am not having a good moment. Don't try to fight through it, but acknowledge that grief, acknowledge that emotion. When you try to hide those emotions or repress them, they're going to show up later. Yeah. Oh. So acknowledge what you're going through.
Yeah. And acknowledge your good days. And I'm an old football coach, so I use the analogy of, when you're playing a football game and, you call a play as an offensive coordinator and you get 5 yards on this play and then you get another 5. So you got a first down. Acknowledge those first downs. Even if you don't score a touchdown on that drive. And those out there that know football, I'm sorry for those that don't. I'll explain it to you deeper as we get into, this time we're going to spend together. In the comment sections, we hope you reply to and kind of speak to us because we want to talk to you. But I'll explain it to you that way so that you understand you really have to, you can't score a touchdown if you don't get first downs first.
Yeah, that's it. Just keep on living, keep on moving, keep on loving, loving yourself, and that's it.
Yeah, if you love yourself and you keep on loving yourself, then you know that you got to love those around you. We'll get into it. There are the times where we haven't loved ourselves and we didn't love each other the way we know we do. We didn't show the love. I never not loved my wife, but I wasn't able to show it at times because the grief is so heavy. It weighs you down and it makes you regret everything that you've ever done. It makes you feel like you don't deserve her. You know what I mean? So, guys, like, subscribe, hit the notifications. The videos and everything that we leave here are going to be here for you to come back to whenever you need them. So thank you for stopping by today. Please like and subscribe, share, because you know as well as we know, you're not the only one who can find some help in what we're offering and what content we're going to be delivering.
Also comment and let us know what type of topics, because we have so many that we can go through as parents, but what topics would you like us to cover as far as in your particular stage of grief? Yeah, we have some good, unfortunately, we've gained some good input and advice on what works for us. And it may not work for you, but it will be advice for things you try. We're not going to tell you anything that we think is going to hurt you, but we definitely have some great pointers and tips that we think will be helpful for you to at least give them a try. And it may be things that you're already doing and you're not sure of. And if we line up and align and say, hey, you know what, this is what works for us, it'll be more encouragement for you to keep going on your journey. But remember, it is your journey. No one can tell you when,
Your grievance is supposed to change or switch or get better. No one can tell you how. No one has that right. You lost your child. You lost your mother. You lost your father. You lost your brother or sister. No one that hasn't felt that loss can even give you the advice that you're looking for. That's how I look at it. I don't know, because that's just it.
Even our grief was different.
Yeah.
We lost our son, but I grieved differently than you. And that's when we had to have that conversation of, hey, like,
conversation.
we had the conversation.
It was like, nah.
Yeah, we had the conversation.
It was words and blows, but you know what? We were able to sustain it. We'll talk about that one. That's going to be a real good video for you guys to watch, because that was a very deep moment in our relationship. Mm-hmm. And we were at a point where either of us was ready to go. I was ready to go anywhere but there. Yeah. And she was probably ready for me to go anywhere but there.
I was.
Yeah,
I was ready.
But you see where we are. We've been together since we were in middle school. We had our children young, and so that's part of why it hurt so much, because every part of our life was about our children, and our family. We didn't have our teenage years and 20s to run around and sow oats and travel and do all that. We had to raise our kids first, and then we got to start traveling and do some things that we wanted to do. But we missed a whole part of our life, kind of like that song from New Edition, Boys to Men. Who's gonna protect us from harm? It was nobody. It was us. So growing up, we found out was a pain. So join us on the journey. We're gonna be here at least once a week. We'll drop a new video. We're gonna try to step it up and do more once we kick into our traveling mode, and taking you guys on our journey with us as we kind of join you on yours. As long as you're interactive, we'll be there for you as well. Mm-hmm. All right. So, hey, keep on living and don't stop.
Babe, that was long. You're going to have to chop it, because at some parts you were saying, like, subscribe. That's usually